Hey there, boys and girls. Today we'll be doing Dark Visions Area 3. Undying, I believe, is a fairy. Be taking her out first. Up first we got Zon. He's passive provoke, fully evade tank, doing the Zon thing. He's also got safety bit because this boss does death attacks. Adele is going to be our chainer. She's going to be our fire imbue source. She's also on anima for a dark resist buff. Onion Knight, I said his name wrong. Onion Knight is going to be our fire and peril source and chainer. Kadaj is going to be our breaker and chainer. Cloud is going to be our finisher. Regina is here for fairy killer, and she's also going to be doing her finishing things. Give it a go. I've been recording too much, like all these things are starting to blur together in my head. I thought it was a good idea to save all these until like all of them were out. I think it's probably a better idea to record them as I do them. Okay. Let's get Adele to give us a dark resist buff. Onion Knight will do fire slice for the imperil and pre-cooking. Kadaj will do his power-ups. Cloud will use his cooldown. Turn 1 with Regina, all we really need is the fairy killer buff. And then Zon can just steal the buff from Cloud and the buff from Regina. Doesn't have anything else he can really steal that's productive. So we get some AoE dark attacks, that's why we had to bring the buff. Let's see, Adele is going to fire imbue and cooldown. Onion Knight is going to limit burst. Kadaj is going to break and power up so he can chain next turn. Cloud and Regina, they're good. They don't need to do anything. We will double up, we will steal the buff from Adele with Elemental Mirror. And then we'll spread to everybody else. Let Kadaj kind of do his thing. I don't want to hit the boss. Alrighty. We resist all these things. With Adele, her actual best move is this Heaven Earth Assault. We only can do one of those because it's AoE. We'll do one of those and we'll do back for more. It's single target. Onion Knight can do Fire Shredder ×3. That's single target, totally fine. Zon can triple Mirror of Equity, along with Kadaj. Mirror of Equity, if I can catch it. Cloud will LB finish, and Regina will do her finisher. Cooldown, cooldown, buff, buff. Regina cannon. Send Regina off. Send her chainers out. Should easily cap damage on this guy. Oh yeah. Big boy damage. Really like Cloud as a finisher. Such a simple, easy unit to use. He was one of those that really wasn't on my radar that should have been. Really, really good unit. Alright. We're going to move on to Anima. I want to introduce the team, and then I'll probably give myself a pause, because, like I said, there's a little RNG to Anima, and I don't want to record this too many times. Let's load up the team. Like I said, I'll introduce them. Zon is going to be our buff spreader and chainer. He's not going to be our passive provoke tank this time. Onion Knight is going to be here for his fire imperil. Red 13, very important for this clear. He's on Lakshmi for stop immunity. He's going to be our fire imbue source. He's going to give us a mirage. He's also going to give us undead killer. That's why he has the passive provoke regalia on. If he gets attacked, he procs a undead killer buff, which we're going to steal. Laswell is going to be one of our two chainers alongside Kadaj. Laswell and Kadaj both have buffs that we're going to steal and apply to our team. And instead is going to finish. Let's give it a go. Oh, I didn't give myself a second. It's going to work. The RNG to this is the boss is going to do this power-up attack. If it's shadow, we're fine. If it's ice, we're not fine. So we want it to be shadow. You can see the boss buffs himself up with full stat buff. We're not going to worry about that on turn 1. We'll do Fire Slice and pre-cooking. Red 13 can just give us stop immunity. This boss can also do blind. As long as he doesn't blind like Kadaj and Laswell, for me, like it'll be fine. You can gear for stop or blind immunity if you want to. Laswell will do his cooldown, and the ice attack that I did is basically a mod boost. We'll get Sid ready to go. Zon is going to triple He needs to Elemental, Laswell, Elemental, Kadaj, and he needs a critical Laswell for the attack buff. Very important. Now we're going to pray that RNGesus does the Shadow attack. Yep, focus on the power of Shadow Dark. That's nice. We also didn't take a blind, which is double lucky. Let's get Red 13 to do a Fire Imbue and Lunatic High. First things first, let me get this out of the way. He finger snap the boss. See how it's got this like big boy stat buff? Can't have that. The good thing about Onion Knight is he reapplies his Imperil every turn, so we're going to have 120% Imperil for the next turn. Another thing too, I just want to kind of put it out there. Pay attention if you're trying to copy some of these strategies, the turn order that people do the attacks and such in. It's important. It's like Laswell dispelled the boss. You don't want to break with Kadaj and then dispel the turn after with another action. Then you won't have a break on the boss, which would be very unfortunate. We'll get Kadaj ready to break. Onion Knight will use his Limit Burst. Like I said, we're going to do a Fire Imbue and Mirage with Red 13. And what do we gotta do? I need to steal the Element from Red 13. I need to steal the Undead Killer from Red 13, and I need to project it onto our team. And we'll put Sid up in the sky. Since we got the Shadow attacks, we're safe from damage. If we got the Ice attacks, we would be very sad right now. Also, if I would have gotten, like, say Laswell would have been blinded, I could have used an eye drop with Red 13. That's not going to be the case. So it'll change up how we're going to chain. We're going to use Mirror of Equity with Zon, Laswell, and Kadaj. Thunderous Crash. And since Red 13 can just duel, where's something that does single damage one enemy Stardust Ray, we'll do that. And then we'll just double cast with Onion Knight as well. Our damage should be fine for this. I about clicked on Sid. Our damage should be fine for this. So we'll send everybody off. We'll let this chain stack up nice and high. Then we'll drop Sid down onto the boss. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. For example, if Red 13 had to use eye drops on Laswell, just have Zon Stardust Ray Chain with Onion Knight, like triple Stardust Ray Chain, Onion Knight triple Stardust Ray Chain, have Laswell and Kadaj triple Mirror of Equity, and then drop Sid. You know how to do it. Anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Have a great rest of the week. Take care.